Go on. Yeah, whatever. Let's do this. Let's do this, people. All right. Preview. Pop out. Lock. Do all the things. All right. Sweet. Well, everything should be working right now. Cool beans. What up, everybody? It must be Thursday, so therefore it must be another session of drawing with yours truly, G-Man. Now, can you remember last week where I was like this? Oh, hang on a second. The sound wasn't working, so then I switched the sound so it was working and the camera went like this. Yeah, that was fun times. Or how about the week before, where there was a massive lightning storm and I kept on thinking that I was going to get blown up while I was teaching you how to draw stuff. Yeah, that was fun too. So it's all been crazy. And you know why? I think I have a little suspicion that it's because it has been Halloween coming up, and Halloween kind of freaks me out, gives me the heebie-jeebies, but I love it. Okay, so what we're going to do today is we're going to bring it around and we are going to do the final Halloween session for our cartooning drawing class today with y'all. Alrighty. Cool beans, do feel free to jump onto the chat on the live YouTubes, and if you want to know something or do something or me to give you a shout out or whatever, tick, write it in and I will see it and I'll do my best to work it on into the show. Now, today, what should we do? Let's have a little look. Freaky kids, get off the screen, man. Jeez. I try to bring you a nice little cartooning class and these psychos get in there with, what do we got there? That one looks like, that's like a scarecrow. We got Pennywise the clown, we got a witch, and we have my favorite cursed doll, Chucky. But we're not going to be drawing people today. In a minute, not just now, but in a minute, I'm going to tell you what we're going to be drawing. But let's have a quick recap. If you want to go back to some of the episodes I chucked up already, we learned how to draw skulls. Yep, tick. We've done graves. Tick, tick. We've done a pumpkin. Awesome. Has anybody been carving pumpkins? We've got a carved one in our house at the moment. I tried eating the pumpkin that we carved out of it. Mediocre. All right, what else do we do? Oh, there's a ghost chopped in half. That's pretty cute. There's a melon chopped in half. Why? And there's a zombie. Oh, yeah, getting better as we go. And, oh, a nice unraveling mummy. What else do we do? Yeah, we've seen you guys. Get off the screen, you camera hogs. Oh, yeah, there's, if somebody wanted to be a pirate, we had a look at that. But this week, we're going to do something a little bit different. And we're actually going to look at some... No, not you. Fonts, okay? And fonts are a fancy name for just saying, you know, like lettering and words and things like that. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to teach you how to write your name, but in a really spooky, like Halloween-y manner. So if you do want to know anything specific, now is the time to get onto the chat. Otherwise, I'm just going to do what I always do. I'm going to rant and I'm going to draw, and yeah, you can hang out with me and you can draw yourself, or like some people tell me, you know what, G-Man, I don't even draw along with you. I just like put your sound on while I'm doing the washing up. Don't want to know about that because I want you to draw. Grab your pencil, ink, eraser. Don't forget a piece of paper. Let's go. Okay, so we've got to pick some letters. Now, as we always do, I'm going to rough this out with a blue like that. So if I was writing B, I'd do it really messy. so that afterwards we can then go over and get our really nice lines going over our construction lines like that. So if you do have a pencil that you're drawing with, feel free to do a nice light version of what we're going to do first off. These are called our construction lines. Okay, I've got to pick some letters to go with. My name does start with G, that's why they call me G-Man, but I'm not just going to write my own name. I think I should write something Halloween-y. So I'm going to start with maybe a bit of a G here. And have a look. There's the G that I'm going to copy. Usually it'd just go like that. But if you're fattening something up, usually you can just go around it a few times and just thicken it up, right? That's cool for G. Okay, I'm going to write ghost. Let's write ghost. Because there are no double letters that we have to treat, and it's short and it's fun, right? So an H, again, I go O-S-T, right? So look, let's fatten up these lines as we go. Now, if you would like to write your own name, that would be really cool. So that's why I've left all of these letters up on the screen, because we all know how to write our own name. So you can just pick out the letters and copy them really roughly and just make a really rough writing of your name, okay? So if your name was like, you know, Bill, you'd just go B-I-L-L and then fatten them up, all right? I don't think anyone out there is called Bill. If they are, hit me up on the chat box, because I've already given you a shout out. Bill, if that is your real name. All right, come on now. Enough goofing around. If you have started to fatten up your own lines, congratulations. You can now either press harder or you can grab a marker or a pen or something, because we're going to go and do the fun stuff. See, construction lines. All you do a really simple, easy version of them, and then we're off. We can start to get to the good stuff. Now G, because the word's ghost, all right? Maybe I'm going to start to go around the outside, but you know what? Let's make it that kind of drippy Halloween slime look. Right? A cool thing with slime is don't just go like that, because that's boring. That looks like literally the bottom of a Pac-Man ghost. You can start to get these different sizes, different heights, and look, you can even see that they can overlap each other, so it makes it look a bit 3D. Bleh. And don't forget, you still kind of want to follow that basic shape, but you can even have like bits dripping off the edge of it, and if you want to go crazy, you can like have a puddle of like slime and goo underneath that too. And then, cool, that's the first bit done. And you know what? Because we're going to have a drippy one here, why don't we drip it from the top as well? And I don't want these bits to be so big that they like, you know, you can't tell what the letter is. Remember, you still kind of want to follow what this letter is. So anybody who reads it can say, oh, it says ghost. And I love the way that you've made it look all drippy and scary and goopy. All right? Cool. I think that looks kind of cool. Should we do anything to the top? Why not? Now that I've said it, we might as well. Maybe I can like take a bite out of it or something. Look. There. There's like somebody's bitten the top of it. And you know what? Just because it's Halloween-y, I'm going to put a brain inside. Now, if you know how to draw a cloud, you know how to draw a brain. It's that simple, people. Just make a puffy little thing. And it's all going to be in the coloring of this thing, okay? So if I wanted, for example, green, classic green. Yeah, look at that. I'm going to have these drips the same color. And then inside, I might do that like a slightly darker green. Why? Because you want it to look a bit 3D. So look, inside, oh, whoops. Oh, that actually looks really cool. Look, I can do the outside. Oh, I can trace the outside a different color. Look at this. That kind of looks cool. Some of the best work comes out when you're doing a mistake and you're trying to do something else, I reckon. You might disagree with me, but you know, like sometimes it's really cool to accidentally, to give yourself like permission to fail and then find out some cool stuff. Like, this is what I always say in my classes. Don't aim to get it like perfect. You're not looking for perfection. You're looking for progress, not perfection. And then, you know what? I might even make that even darker inside. How are we looking here? Is this looking a bit like a chomped... Annoy. Why you annoy me? Close. Close. Is this looking a bit like a chomped head at the moment? There. See that? And then you can even have like blur, blur, you know? You can have some sort of... It's like something's chomped it. There's the first one. So the first one we did an ooey gooey gross letter G. Now for the next one, I might choose that I want to do something a little bit different to my G right there. So let's just knock this over a little bit. I'm going to give myself a little bit of space there. I know you can't do that on your paper, but ha! That's why you don't have a YouTube show right now. Okay. H, what are we going to do? Okay. All right. Look, H has a few sticks sticking out, right? So let's have a look. What if we pretended that this H was actually like made of flesh or something? All right. So again, I'm doing that chomp, and can you see on this G, I'm actually going to do a bite taken out of it. But instead of just doing that top bit, check this out. I'm going to have a bone sticking out of the top. If any of you used to play Among Us, or if you still do play Among Us, you'll see that this looks like a crew member's dead body. And you can do it with all of them, right? Now the bottom one, you can, to make it look 3D, you don't have to have it going like that. I mean, you can, but you can just leave the bottom one. Look at that. Overlapping. It still looks 3D because there's, you know, this bone coming out from under it. But, oh, okay. I just gave myself an idea because I didn't make the H too smooth. So let's play with that. Let's give it some zits. Let's give it some like disgusting little pimple things, like some hairs coming out of it. So it's like all of a sudden this this H almost looks like it's growing or something like that. And then what are we going to do with this one? Oh, I got another idea. Let's put a fingernail on it. But like a horrible one and not a nice fingernail. Normal nice fingernail, right? If you have a finger, could look like that. You can even do that sort of weird white thing on the back of your nail. There, that's a nice finger. Hello, finger. But we don't want that one because it's Halloween. We want a cracked, like, sort of witch's looking finger. And you can have like some cracks in it, going like that. Look at that nail. And then you... Does that look like a nail? I don't even know. You know what? Because there's 4 of these sticks on the H, I get another go at it. This time, instead of like a witch's nail sitting on this finger, what I'm going to do is like a claw sticking out of the bottom. How did I make it look like that, you ask? Simple. Have a look. Right? Oh, Bill, you again. Get off. No, Bill. No. No. I'm trying to demonstrate something. If you have a claw going out the end of a finger or something looking like that, that's okay. But if you really want to do it well, instead of making the claw just go there on the end, start to curve that and have the claw actually start inside the finger. See that? And then suddenly it looks like it's Can you see how it looks like it's sticking out? And if you want to make it look like it's sticking out even more, curve it. Look, if you curve it and give I like to do these things. They kind of look like, you know, when something like a creature or something's got dirty nails, it looks like this sort of stuff grows out from it, right? So there you go. It's like you know, growing out from your claw. So that's what I've done here. And that's what you might like to try at home right now. Or at Ush. Big shout outs if you're watching from an Ush right now. I love my Ushlings. Guess what? I get to go back to Ush next week as well and do some really fun classes with my Ush crew. And that makes me happy. Yeah. Now, I'm just going to colour as we go. What colour should the finger H be? And wouldn't you know it, I've drawn this thing on the wrong layer again. Let me see. If I lock a layer, if I grab this, just bear with me, boys and girls, I won't be a second. I do this every week, don't I? This is why it's good that nobody is following me or watching this except for you right now. Imagine I had like 20,000 subscribers and they're all like, "Ooh, do this every week." I'd be annoying everybody. But right now, I'm just annoying you. Sorry. All right. Let's paint it on the correct layer so we can hurry up and color this thing in and you'll forgive me. Here we go. Bop. Okay, great. Let's go. Now, I hope you are drawing along at home and doing something other than just eating chicken crimpy flavored shapes on the couch. There we go. You know, yeah, I'm going to pick so that all of those are the kind of the same color. What color do I want for like the flesh inside? Something like that. Yeah, that looks nice and ghouly and ghosty. Yeah, it's looking all right. That nail, I reckon I could probably have like some dirty color on it too. It looks, let's have like, ooh, yuck. Can you even tell it's a nail? I don't even know. Let me know in comments if my picture looks nothing like I hope it would. And oh yeah, we need to sort of tell the audience that these things are like big gross pimples, don't we? So like maybe yellow. And then look at this. If you want to make something have highlights, just choose another color and go a bit lighter on there. Can't really tell, but whatever. Can even have some random dots on this thing. Looks a bit more cartoony. GH. Okay, 2 letters down, 3 to go, my people. Now, let's have a look-see here. GH. What is a good O that we can be doing? Ah, yes, I got the ultimate one. Can you read my mind, people? Do you know what I'm potentially going to be doing for this one right now? Come on, come on. What do you got? Yes, that's right. I might just stretch this a little bit. Send that off there. Bip. Cool. Indeed. If you guessed eyeball, yeah, you're right. Let's just make this whole thing an eyeball. And like, and kind of like, I think this line's a bit, yeah. Kind of like this G. I'll sort of have stuff coming down, but this is like actually, a piece of like flesh or like something really gross, like their veins or like bits of like living stuff. So this eyeball could almost be like a little ghost on its own, couldn't it? And then where should it be looking? Up? No, let's have it looking backwards. Because like, you know, things kind of look forward sometimes. Now I'm going to put highlights in it. Have a look. Can you guess which of these ones go black? All right, I've got to color one of these black. Which is it going to be? Any hint? If you guess this one, you are correct. Now, I'm going to color the same blue down there, and to make it look a bit more 3D, as I always like to do, I am going to make it a bit darker up the top. Look, like this. Cool! Eyeball. And then I might make this eyeball sort of a yellowy color. And I'm going to do that because it's going to make it easier for when I try to show highlights on this thing. What do I mean by that? Look, if it was yellow, then suddenly I can see how I can put a highlight and it makes it look a bit more 3D there. Now what else does an eyeball need? Might grab that same color again because we try to reuse our colors so that the thing doesn't look like a pizza. And I might vary up the colors a bit too. So there we go. That kind of looks realistic. It's kind of grossing me out. Let's also do, if you drew, did we draw a crack in something before? I forget. But anyway, this, if you want to do veins in your eye, they're essentially like cracks, right? Don't do like that, you know, sort of make them a bit curvy, and as they get smaller towards the end, they can like fan out. See that? That's a pretty good looking one. In fact, I'm so happy with that, I might actually use it and put it on the eyeball. You vein, I want you to star in my show, The Veiny Eyeball. Excellent. Here's your audition and action. Perfect. You nailed it. Well done, Veiny Eyeball. What is Gav on about today? What am I on about every day? Seriously. Come on now, people. And do we want to color the outside? Don't know. How's it going to look if I color it like a sort of dirty version of the eyeball's color? I have no idea, but the only way that I know to know for sure is if we go like this. Does it look any good? I'm not loving it. I'm thinking we might just keep the black. What if I just make a really dark version of that red? Let's have a look. Let's try this out. Let's see, people. How's that? Oh, yeah, that's all right. Good enough. GHO. Can you see that that says GHO? What do you reckon? Am I on the right path? Am I getting too far away from what this thing should say? Right? Are you thinking like, it doesn't say ghost? Or are you like, yeah, I can totally read that says ghost? That's what we're going for. Now, if you are drawing along at home right now, what are you writing? What are you drawing? You know, have you written your own name? Have you written the name of somebody you want to prank on Halloween? I don't know. Maybe you're going along with me and just writing the word ghost, which is totally cool. Okie dokie, Smoggy Bear. Let's have a look here. The S. What should we do for the S? Let's have a look here. I reckon for the S, maybe let's do some chompers. Because an S already kind of looks like big teeth go. So let's push that, all right? I always tell you, push it, push it. Don't like settle for second best. Actually go ahead and see what something looks like. So I'm gonna have that as like a big mouth. Ha 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 ha. Ooh, I don't even know what I'm doing with that there. And then not only can I have some teeth, look, but look, I've got these things, right? I'm gonna have gums on this bad boy. See? So, and of course, hang on 1 second. I'm gonna remember to draw on the correct layer this time. Here we go. Blip. Make a new layer. Happy days. Okay. Don't worry. There it is. Okay. So I've made like gums for these teeth to stick out of. And if you you were here for the lesson where I did like sharks and like megalodons and stuff, always have your teeth like different sizes. It's way more fun. You don't want to go like this. Look, here are my teeth. Aren't they scary? Nah, man. Have like a big scary tooth sticking out, and then like you can have a sort of a half broken one. You can even have some missing or like little ones. And once you're sort of used to the little ones, have like a gnarly one going there. You can even have one going the other direction. Look, suddenly it's a mouth, right? And because we need to make it look like an S, we're going to have to curve this around. So maybe we can even give it like a tail. I'll give it like some spots or something on its tail, just so it's a bit different. Yeah, always like vary things up. See how none of these spots are exactly the same size? And I might, just so that we know it's all part of the same creature, I'm going to give it different size spots, and I'm going to do it all over it, right? Oh, and then it could even have like some like slime coming off the bottom, like on the G as well. Cool. All right, I'm going to hide that bit. And let's grab some colors from something else so that the whole thing doesn't totally look like a pizza. We'll give it the same color as the G. And let's give it the dots the same color as the, what's that letter? H. Same color as the H. So that way we sort of know that like these things are inhabiting the same world. Now, I've made a bit of a boo-boo. Can you tell what it is? Anybody? It is that look at the line thickness on all of these, right? Can you see I started off with a line thickness on the G that's like that, and then on the H was like that, and then on this, and then suddenly like it's getting bigger and bigger and bigger. And it doesn't, you kind of want to keep your line thicknesses more or less the same on stuff like this. I mean, it's okay here and there, but you don't want the last letter to be like T like that. It's just gonna look weird. Okay, so follow what I say, not what I do, and see if you can actually get some good line thicknesses happening that look like they're all about the same, you know, that they all belong to the same word. Let's say that. Okay. I know that you're all much better artists than me, so I'm sure you've already considered that. I'm sure that you've done it already, and that's why I'm proud of you, because you're rock, and I just make stuff up, and you, lovely people, can tell me when I get it wrong. I'm just going to colour like most of the teeth the same colour, but then just for funsies, let's colour a few a slightly different colour, just to vary it up, right? These are variations on the same colour. If you're using your own color pencils, feel free to just, if you want to get a different version of the same color. Ooh, that looks cool. I'm not going to use it, but it looks cool. Which looks better, pink gums or red gums? What do we think? You know what? Let's vary it up a bit. Let's have some like 1 or 2 red gums here. That'll do. Ghost. And look, we're going to have it's a quick session today. It's been almost half an hour already. Look, let's have a tongue. There. But does that look less or more like an S now? You can tell that's an S. That one, I don't know. Putting Venom's tongue on there, maybe it's going a bit too far. But you know what? Whatever. If you're having fun, that is literally all that matters, because it means that you're learning. Okay? So experiment. If you're like, uh-oh, I've gone too far, don't erase it. Just go, okay, I won't do that mistake next time. I'll switch it up a bit. Okay. Cool beans. Now, I'm just going to make this a little bit smaller for y'all lovely people. And just like this. So we can finish it off with the T, and you'll still be able to see the whole word. Sound good? Yeah? Okay, of course, if your name is Ghost, good for you. If your name is not Ghost and you're writing your own name, perhaps you're coming towards the last letter. But even if you are not, I reckon it would be fabulous if you stick around after we finish and actually finish off your bit of work that you're working on. All right? No point just like switching it off and walking away just because the YouTube finishes. Actually see it through, get your picture done, and then you can be proud of it and show it to, I don't know, whoever you like to show stuff to. What should we do for the last one? Last letter. Let's see. Maybe a dead tree or something like that. You know, like Halloween, they've always got some sort of... How do I draw a tree? All right, trees always start like fatter down the bottom, right? It's just the way that they grow. So we can have like the tree, but let's have some roots hanging down, because all of these things sort of have stuff hanging down off them. So, and much like the veins in our eyeballs, look at this. Roots kind of like branch off to little bits as well. See that? Kind of makes it look like somebody's actually uprooted this tree. And you know what? Because they did, it could be a haunted tree as well. And then what happens to the top bits? I might just make them sort of the same sort of thing, because like a root kind of looks like a branch anyway, doesn't it? I can have that bit chopped off. I can even have this one as sort of like a branch which has a few bits coming out of it. And then let's have a few things happening as well. Have some bats. Maybe some bats actually live inside this tree. And it's like Halloween's coming. And so they're just starting to wake up for the night to go out and bite people because they're vampire bats. That was a pretty good evil laugh. How's your evil laugh coming along, people? Have you been practicing it? Chop chop, Halloween's coming up soon. We're having a Halloween party on Saturday night ourselves. I want to know, are kids going trick-or-treating on like Halloween evening on the Saturday night? I reckon that's heaps cooler, because then you still get Sunday off. Or is it like, no, Halloween's actually on Sunday, so that's when we go trick-or-treating? I kind of feel like as Australians, we don't really know exactly what we're supposed to be doing. We just kind of make it up. Oh, nice. Look at that tree. Scary. Scary, scary. Very good. We are coming up towards the end of our little session today. So I'm just going to colour in some of these little scary ghosty bits. And I might colour my bats like a nice purple or something like that. Cool. Can you still read that says ghost? I reckon I didn't do too bad a job on it. I reckon you, lovely people out there, probably can do much better job than I can. But hey, at the same time, was making it up as I went along. So even if it's not the best drawing or the worst drawing I've ever done, every time you draw, if your brain is switched on, it means that you're actually going to be learning more and more, doesn't it? Cool beans. I'm liking this. I'm liking this. Now, last but not least, as we always do here at Ush TV, I'm going to put a bit of shadow on it just to make it look, you know, nice and 3D there. So I might want to do that underneath this bit here. Cool. That's looking good, right? I think I need to darken it a little bit more though. What do we reckon? Dial it up and then go here. Yeah, okay, cool. That's better. Now I'll do it on everything down the bottom. Oh, I said last time as well, didn't I? Things look a bit scary if they're lit from the bottom. So what happens if this, hang on, I'm going to do every second letter from the bottom then. So this one, because I've already done the highlight up the top, I can still leave it like that. And then do the highlight from, I forget what I'm even doing. Never mind, I'm putting highlights on, okay? That's all you need to know. Highlights, oh no, these are shadows. I'll do the highlights now. The tree trunk, we can even darken it even a little bit more. Let's push it. Push it. Let's get some darkness on there. Cool. Bro, scary. You know what? I don't think I even need highlights on this today because it is such a scary, ghostly image. I reckon I can probably just leave it like that. I think I'm happy with that. What do we think, people? On a rating of 1 to scary, do we reckon it looks okay, or I'm gonna maybe just, you know, get a bit of darkness into that background there, just to make the thing pop a little bit, you know. Here, and then I'll drag that layer under here. Come on now. So I have no idea what I'm doing. How about if that goes there? How about if that goes there? Come on. Last one. Let's look good. Yeah. There we go. Ghost. It's a ghost scary picture. Sweet, people. Look at that. We've got our ghostly scary picture down for today. And if you want to have a practice, you can use any letters of the alphabet and you can change them into anything you want. You can go and check out my one of my previous ones that we've put up on the YouTube channel. I think it was the zombie, where we taught you how to do stitches, so you could actually decide that maybe you want to stitch some of your letters together so that they look like an undead zombie, or you can really do anything you want with it. Ladies and gentlemen, that was it for today. And next week, we are not going to be doing Halloween because we will be all Halloweened out and full of lollies and candy and loot. So let me know if you want to know what we are going to be doing. I'm G-Man. You are awesome. And let's just switch my window now so I can say a proper goodbye to all of you, because you are the loveliest little spooky crew that a guy could ask for. Blip. Cool. And everybody, ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much for being such a cool crew. I will see you later. Bickety bum. Bye bye.